Welcome to Wonton's World. Today, I'm going to be showing you my Poison Rogue. And this thing is fun, man. It's super great for bosses, good for AOZ, good for nightmares. Haven't really found any weak points yet. Let's take a look at Lilith. That is that. I'll go over all the gear and stuff like that here in a second. Oh. Alright, let's take a look at the gear. So, Harlequin Home, our crest, of course. Alright, so we have damage reduction, damage reduction, damage reduction, and then damage. Because your poison damage is actually based on your physical damage as well. I need a better pair of gloves. I don't need the chance to slow. Everything else here is great. Tibalt's Will, you want 20 maximum resource. That's going to work with the Tibalt's Will to give you 22 combo points. On my boots, I have a bunch of resistance because I don't have a lot built into the Paragon board. It's more for armor and max life and things like that. Alright, so damage to crowd controlled enemies can change. I need a better crossbow for sure, but all stats, dexterity, damage to close, wonderful. Your imbuement skills have 80% increased potency against vulnerable enemies. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. Amulet is super important. Total armor, damage reduction, 3 ranks of all imbuement skills, 3 ranks of exploit passive. So you have major survivability and major damage all in one package. The aspect on here is pretty important as well, and ends up giving us around 50% damage reduction. So, damage over time, that's poison. Damage to close enemies, you're always close because it's twisting blades. Lucky hit chance is great. Maximum life, because that Doombringer gives you multiplicative maximum life up. Here, the lucky hit. Poison imbued skills, create a toxic pool. The damage isn't really important, but it gives you unlimited poison imbuement skills. So, no charge, just boom, 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 and then when you leave, you have full. Alright, damage to close, poison damage, damage to poison, resource gen. Also, every third cast of puncture is poison imbued. After you hit with those poison twisting blades, you just want to kind of just cast this over and over, because it's really just going to bring their health way down. There's that Doombringer we were talking about. That max life is awesome. And then condemnation for those points. It's pretty huge, man. Take a look at the skill tree here. So puncture up to fundamental puncture. That's gonna apply vulnerable for 2 seconds. Twisting blades up to improve. That's gonna apply daze. Our boots are gonna make that go to basically everything around it. Damage reduction, again, sturdy, 3 points. 1 point in Shadow Step up to Discipline Shadow Step. More damage reduction, 3 points in Rugged, 3 points in Reactive Defense. And you're going to throw 1 point in each of these. Concussive, Trick Attacks, Rapid Gambit. Okay. So, Rapid Gambit's kind of cool. When you daze an enemy, your evade gets dropped. And you basically daze everything by this right here. Smoke Grenades. Dazes everything for 5.6 seconds. And then you deal 25% multiplicative increased damage to them. Now, we don't actually have any points in either of these two things, but they both help us. So concealment is on our bar. We do use it. We don't have any points in it. So that is right here. And then this guy right here, Dark Shroud. So 9.2% damage reduction per active shadow, and you can have 5. So that amulet's going to create just under 50% damage reduction. I just finished the fight with Lilith, and I have 3, so that's around 30%. That's not bad. 6 Rinse and Exploit. It's multiplicative damage to healthy and injured enemies. That's wonderful. 9% multiplicative increased damage to vulnerable enemies. 3 points in that. Now the main damage here. Poison Imbue. This is what I was talking about. So your next 2 imbued skills deal poison damage and apply 302% of their base damage as additional poisoning damage over 6 seconds. So the base damage of the attack from Twisting Blades is what's making it happen. That's where most of the damage comes in. And then you have, it goes to Blended, so 75% multiplicative increase poisoning damage for critical strikes. 3 points here, 3 points here, then 1 point here. This is awesome because it's just going to raise your attack speed all the time, because basically everything's poisoned. 2 points here. You're just going to gain energy. That's not bad at all from hitting things. Lucky hit bonus. So a lot of our stuff is lucky hit. So that's nice. And then right here, more lucky hit. We're always burning through our energy, so we're always going to have that lucky hit up. That's nice. Energy restoration, 5%. It's really to get us to this. You're going to either have 15% movement speed if you're healthy. For energy, and then below you're going to gain attack speed, so you can use your puncture quicker to gain your mana back. And then, of course, close quarters combat. Paragon board. Give you a brief on it. So our first glyph here is going to be versatility. You see what it's giving me there. There's the first board. Our second board is going to be the wonderful cheap shot. Oh, my bad, guys. Sorry about that, my wife was calling me. So we have Tears of Blood in here. My Tears of Blood is only level 11. So it's not super high, guys. We come over here to No Witnesses. We have Efficacy in here. That's not too bad. Maximum Life, really what we need. And then up here is more Maximum Life. We're gonna come to the right. Tricks of the Trade. Okay. We're also gonna have Diminish in here. So 40% damage to elites is awesome. More armor and dexterity is wonderful. And then for our last board here, we're gonna have Marina's Instinct. And we're going to throw Control in here. So 101% damage to crowd-controlled enemies. That's almost everything we touch, guys. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Be glad to help you guys. I'm out.